Hi everybody, this is Larry Christiansen presenting the recap of Game 3 of the World Championship match being played between World Champion Magnus Carlsen and Sergei Karyakin of Russia, coming to you from New York. And let's go right to the game. Very eventful game, especially in the end game. Very, very interesting. Great save today by Sergei Karyakin. Roy Lopez. First game, of course, Carlsen played a Trumpovsky, didn't achieve much. Okay, so here Karyakin playing the Berlin Wall variation, notoriously solid defense. And here Carlsen plays an interesting little idea. So he doesn't play didn't play d4. That's the notoriously solid line involving an early queen trade. Instead, he plays the rook e1 move, which is a little drier, but keeps the queens on. So white backs the bishop up. He's trying to hope for a slight advantage based on black's knight position, which is less than ideal. Okay, kicks the rook. And now white plays rook e2. Looks like a surprising move. The basic idea behind this move is now, if in the event of knight f5, white will play c3, followed by bishop f4, and if need be, he's got some pressure working in c7. Black's position gets a little awkward, thanks to the knight at f5 is not perfectly positioned either. So here, Karyakin, for quite a long time after rook e2, and played b6. So white played the subtle rook e1. Now, if black plays knight f5, white will just play solidly with c3, and black plays d5. He actually regrets having that hole on c6. White can play knight d2, the idea of knight f3 and e5. Looks to be just ever so slightly better for white. It's playable for black, though. Very interesting, weird line. Rook e2 and then rook e1. So he played rook e8. Bishop f4. Now, if rook takes rook, queen takes rook, bishop takes pawn, white has a big edge after bishop takes cd, queen e4, bishop takes b2, queen takes a8. If bishop takes a8, bishop a6 wins a piece. Black can try queen f8, but then after knight c3, bishop takes a1, knight d5, threatening mate, threatening queen takes c8, bishop f6, black's pawn structure is a shambles, and white has a decisive advantage, despite being a pawn down, which he will not be for long. So here Karyakin played queen e7, and it looks like white gets a tiny advantage here in the endgame. Queenless middle game, I should say. Knight c3, now he's menacing an invasion with knight d5. Takes, rook a4, interesting move. Rook e1 was an option as well, but a4 is a5 now becomes a source of worry for black. He stops that with a6, controlling the b5 square too. And now white plays g3. Rook e1 was another option, of course, followed by g3. Excellent reply here from Karyakin. G5, lashing out. Just quiet play would lead to a slight edge for white after a upcoming bishop g2. So he plays actively with g5. Now I've sort of expected bishop e3, but black has consider, for instance, knight f5 there with a playable game. He plays instead bishop takes for a tiny, tiny edge. f5, good active move that brings the king up. And he plays knight d5, threatening to win a pawn, and threatening to bother the f5 pawn. So black could also have considered here rook f8, but instead he played king f7. Looks logical, but it's a little bit troublesome now on thanks to the f5 square, king f6. Now he goes over to bother the bishop. And I thought here rook e8 was